Hello and welcome to the Oak and Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today I am going to teach you how to use your Cricut to make stickers. You can make stickers with any of the Explore series machines or the Maker series machines. Machines that do print and cut are fantastic for making stickers. So to make stickers with your Cricut, there are a ton of different materials that you can use. There is Cricut printable vinyl, Cricut sticker paper, and those are good products. I don't love the Cricut sticker paper just because it's so thick and it does not do a fantastic job going through your printer. It gets stuck, it gets jammed. I just don't prefer that one, but the Cricut printable vinyl is pretty good. However, over those, I would choose this Zicoto printable vinyl. It is a vinyl glossy paper and it also comes in matte. It is available on Amazon, and for 15 sheets, it's around between $12 and $15, just depending on what price they have on it that day. And then I also love this product. It is, we get ours from creativecraftvinyl.com, and it is a two-part product. So you have your Oracal inkjet printable. This goes in your printer, you print it out, and then there is a film that goes on top of it. You can get it in glossy or you can get it in matte. It is the OraGuard, glossy or matte, and you place it on top of the printed out vinyl. Then you place it on your mat and cut it out. And what this does is just adds an extra layer of protection. It makes it more water resistant and waterproof. However, you can see here on the Zicoto printable vinyl packaging that it is a water resistant permanent sticker as well. So both of them have the water resistant properties to them. I'm just going to be doing this one today because it is a one-step product and it's very easy and very likable. The printer that I'm going to be using today is the Canon Pixma TS8220. It is an inkjet printer, and it doesn't really matter what inkjet printer that you use to make your stickers. We just suggest the Canon printers because we have really good success with them. All of the printers that we've used in the Canon Pixma line have been really great. We've used 3000 series, 8000 series, 9000 series, several printers from the Pixma line, and all of them have proven to be really great printers. One thing that you do want to look for is that it has a rear feeding tray. A lot of these printable materials are thicker, and if you try to do it from the bottom tray, it will get jammed in your printer. So finding a printer with the rear feeding tray is preferable. Also, you do want to look for an inkjet printer. There are materials that are compatible with laser printers, but most of the printable products that we use and like are compatible with inkjet. So look for those two things and you'll find a great product, I'm sure. The matte choice that we want to use today for our printable vinyl is a light grip matte. This is a Nicopa light grip matte. And you can also use a standard grip or even strong grip matte if it's a matte that has been used a lot. That's a hack that we like to do, especially with strong grip mattes. We don't want to just toss them because they can't be used with materials that we would ordinarily use anymore. And so we kind of recycle them for use with paper and things that don't need as much tack. But if you're just starting out and all of your mats are brand new, grab your light grip mat for this project. So last, you will need a computer guided cutting machine. I did mention earlier you can use any of the machines from the Explorer line or the Maker line. All of them are equipped to do print and cut projects. If you do have the Joy series machine in the Cricut, it is not compatible for print and cut. You can also use other machines that are compatible, like the Silhouette machines, Brother Scan and Cut, etc., that do print and cut as well. We are just showcasing the Cricut machines today. This is the Maker 3. We have calibrated it. Of the two machines that we have here in the studio, for whatever reason, this Maker 3 holds calibration a whole lot better than our Explorer, and so that's my preference for print and cut products. However, if you do need to calibrate your machine, you will know your sticker will not cut out properly. It will look a little bit off-centered, a little bit off. So click the link for our video on how to calibrate your machine and get great products. Check that video out. You will love it. Over in Design Space, you can see we have our cut files imported, and I wanted to show you the difference between file types. So the two most common file types that you'll use with your Cricut are PNG and SVG. PNG imports already ready for print and cut. You can see here, this is our PNG, and it says print and cut automatically. That means it is a flattened digital pixel-based file, and it is ready right now. Now, our SVG, you can see right here, and over here in the layer panel, has several different layers. It is ready for cutting and not specifically for print and cut. However, we can still use this file for print and cut. To do that, what we have to do is select all of the layers. You can see all of the layers are selected right here. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I want to press flatten. When I press flatten, it changes it to print and cut. And now, once that it's changed to print and cut, I would just need to size these to whatever size that I want within the restriction, which we'll talk about that in just a second. And then I can click make it and make these stickers. I'm going to delete these because I already have some put together and ready for me here. And you might see this arrangement here looks a little bit awkward. The reason that it looks like this is because I want to get the most use out of my printable material. If you are not aware, Design Space puts a restriction on print and cut materials. So you need to stick within a 6.75 by 9.25 dimension in order to get it printed on the same piece of paper. So as is right now, if I put all of these images on here and I click make it, it is going to want to put this on two separate sheets of printable vinyl. So I have most of them right here and then these right here. The hack to get around this is to place a rectangle in Design Space. So I want to go to basic shapes on the left-hand side, and I'm going to select the square and then change the dimensions at the top to 6.75 by 9.25. And then I'm going to arrange all of these on top of the square. Okay, and once I have all of these arranged in the perimeter that I've set here with this rectangle, this isn't quite enough. So what I want to do first is minimize this because I don't actually need it. And then I'm going to click make it. And you can see it still is putting it on two separate pieces of paper. So just arranging them in that order is not enough. What you have to do is select all of the files, and then you're going to press attach, which is sort of paper clipping them together so they can't be moved around. And now when I click make it, they stay on one sheet of printable material. And once I'm connected to my machine, I'm going to go ahead and press send to printer. Okay, I want to leave the add bleed feature on in my settings, and what that does is just adds a little bit of extra color around my image so that if my machine is not properly calibrated, I have a little bit of wiggle room and won't have white around an image that's not supposed to have white. Now, the other thing that I want to do is turn the use system dialog box on. This is a little hack that I like to do that just improves print and cut projects. We have an actual video with 7 and some bonus tips for improving print and cut projects. So definitely check that out if you want some hacks for improving your print and cut projects. But let's go ahead and toggle that on. We'll press print, and then underneath Design Space, my print dialog box will pop up. And then what I want to do is increase the quality from normal to best. And I also want to select feed from rear tray. Now I can load my printer with my printable vinyl and press print. I've loaded my printable vinyl in my printer, and I want to make sure that I have the correct setting selected on my printer. You may not think this is essential, but when you are working with glossy printable vinyl specifically, it is essential that glossy is selected. The reason is that if you have a matte or flat material, your printer is going to be putting out more ink because it absorbs more ink. If you use a glossy material and it's set to that matte, then your printer is going to be putting out more ink than what your glossy material needs, and it will likely not dry. So make sure that you have glossy material selected. and then go ahead and print that out. Okay, now that this is printed out, I'm going to place it on my mat in the top left-hand corner. That actually is essential. It does matter. It needs to be in the top left-hand corner. And I have let this set for a minute and let it dry, especially with the glossier materials. You want to make sure that you have ample dry time. And then if you want to smooth it out, I recommend using a brayer so that your hands, oils, anything like that are not smearing it. And one more thing that I want to point out, this black box or rectangle around here is the registration marks that your machine is going to read. So these have to be, if for some reason this printed out and there were some lines that didn't match up or something, if there was like a skip in your print head or something like that, you would want to reprint. Likely it will not read it properly if this does not look perfect like this. This is normal. You do want it. Everything is perfect. So now that we have this placed on our mat, we are ready to put this in our cutting machine and select the material setting. Before I select the material setting, I want to show you something here where we have two options for material settings. One is to create a kiss cut, and a kiss cut is like with this sheet of stickers. So what a kiss cut will do is just cut straight through the printable material, but not the backing. So we have this sticker sheet. We can easily just pull these off like this. The other option is to cut all the way through the material so that these are individual stickers. So this kiss cut material setting will be printable vinyl. If you want kiss cuts, use printable vinyl. If you want them to go all the way through, we're going to use the craft board setting, which is the setting that we're going to be using today. So back over in Design Space, I'm just going to select the craft board setting here. I did have it favorited because it is a setting that we use very frequently. If you didn't know that you can favorite material settings just by pushing the star button in the top right-hand corner, and then it will be here on your favorited items. So I'll select that. I'm actually also going to increase my pressure here because we have used this blade a little bit and it may be a little dull. I do want to make sure that it goes all the way through the backing. It will not hurt my mat to increase the pressure on a craft board setting with printable vinyl. Now we are ready to load this mat, and the machine will measure the length of the mat, and then we'll be able to press our flashing start button. Okay, and now what we want to do is flip our mat over and remove our mat from our material instead of the other way around so that we can avoid any curling. And you can see here, since this is a brand new light grip mat, it does have quite a bit of stick to it. Okay, and now that the back, all the extra is pulled off, you can remove these two different ways. One is by just removing it straight from the mat, like this, or you can use a spatula to remove it as well, whichever you prefer. But you can see this is the type of cut that you would want if you were selling stickers or giving these as merch or something like that. As you can see, it is pretty easy to create custom stickers with your Cricut if you have the right supplies and tools. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. And if you are not a subscriber to the channel here, go ahead and subscribe. Also, turn on notifications so that you know when we are live and post additional content. Additionally, I would like to invite you to click the link below and join the flock here at Oak and Lamb. Our group of crafters here at Oak and Lamb is unrivaled. We have the most supportive, amazing group of crafters. If you like Cricut, if you like sublimation, if you like Glowforge, home decor, woodworking, sewing, and basically any crafting, you're going to love Oak and Lamb and what we teach you and have to offer. Our membership here at Oak and Lamb includes access to our entire library of cut files with free commercial use license. It also includes access to our private Facebook group, The Flock, and wonderful member-only content. Like I said, click the link below. Let us know if you have any questions, and I'll see you here another day for another video.